Hi guys, so today I'm bringing you the DF Divine Feminine's energy for this week, and we have full moon in Pisces today, the 30th. I guess try to show you the little process here, I guess. We are calling in angels. Thank you for telling us what we need to know today regarding the Divine Feminine's energy this week on this full moon in Pisces. Again, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot. I don't have a book for this. I think this is not like a knockoff version. Apologies to Kim Grants. I did also buy, I didn't buy the full set yet, but I do have the archetypes, which is for these circle ones here. I like these because they're a little smaller as well. I have small hands, so it helps, but I do not have the guidebook for this, so this is fully on intuition, and then the rest I will read from the book. So here we are today. We're asking angels to provide us with the energies for the DF. What's going on? For the divine counterparts and our community here. Soulmates, twin flames, stuff like that. Energies for today. This. I'll hold them up so that you can see. And I don't want those. That. One more. These for this deck. Angels. All right. So there we have those 5, and then I'm gonna take the bottom 3 of the deck here, and like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 3 of these from the Archetypes deck. Energies for today, full moon in Pisces, and this week, last week of August, as we move into September. Our blue supermoon. And remember that readings are timeless, so whenever you seem to run across this, if it's not at the exact time. Just take what resonates. Let me know if it does in the comments. Like or subscribe, stuff like that. I would appreciate it. I am starting my channel right now, so I would love the feedback, guys. And I have been reading for a while, but obviously not on YouTube. And then we're gonna finish it up with a Rumi card here, and that'll just be some guidance for us for this week. Trying to get this set up so I can easily do these reads. But don't mind me. Alright, let's see what we get here. That's 2 cards. You know what? I'll go ahead and take those 2 because they just jumped out like crazy. Okay, so I'll go ahead and start here with the Wild Unknown. Just her regular tarot. And I'm not doing reversals on this one because I'm not that familiar with this deck. But 3 of Cups, so I'm going to keep going. There's 3 birds and 3 cups. So is this a third party situation? Possibly so. Let's find out. The Ace of Wands. There's growth here, incoming message possibly. The Ace of Cups again. So this wasn't also in the DN's reading earlier today. So I'm taking this as they are kind of, the energy is kind of vibing together. There was also the 2 of Wands in his. So I think they are getting close to matching energy here. The 4 of Pentacles, which to me, we have all this coming together. So the emotional, the fire, so the passion, maybe figuring out how this is all going to come together here in the 3D. And this is the Moon card. I wish I had the guidebook for this one, but I'll go ahead and read. The Moon card is usually things that are hidden. That are about to be revealed, and possibly maybe this full moon will bring about something that's going on here. Maybe that offer will come through, that cup of emotional fulfillment here. With the Ace of Wands, it's showing growth and maybe coming out of this, if there was options, or maybe figuring out what they want. We have the Mother of Wands, and And the snake is like guarding her babies here, or eggs, and the wand. So I think she knows what she wants. Doesn't have to be she, but whatever. The energy of figuring out what needs to be uncovered and guarded here. And then we move on to the Four of Cups. Which also has a moon in it, so possibly, again, echoing the choices and finding out what she is keeping dear and which cups she actually wants filled at this time. Oh, I haven't been showing these too great, but there we go. And then the World card is another. Here we have like the full rainbow coming together, and a turn of events. So maybe with this full moon coming in, like, you're gonna see some movement here in the 3D that may be coming in for someone. Let me know. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we're going to move on to the archetypes, and I'm going to just read from the book here. So the shadow, and I think the shadow, I think there's two diamonds here, and I like that. One is light and one is dark. I really like that. That kind of echoes, you know, the moon is usually like hidden and eventually does reveal itself here. So let me go ahead and read that one. The shadow, it says the unspeakable, the unwelcome, the denied. Although every card in the archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that the shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourselves and the world, we begin to separate from the whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and content of our shadow, we busy ourselves with avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things you've been denying. When the mind responds with no, anything with that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move toward the shadow with patience and compassion. So that's a message here for the DFs. It says, in the shadow of the gods are the very gods themselves. Reflect on this statement by James Hillman in A Blue Fire. What do you despise about yourself? By answering, you move toward shadow. So I think we're being asked to reflect here. If that hasn't happened, maybe that is time for that. Contemplate the following scientific observation. The closer an object, a person, place, or community is to the light, the longer the shadow it casts. When light, it says, revealing unconscious aspects of the self and world. When dark, denying unconscious aspects of the self and world. Go Deeper, Owning Your Own Shadow by R. Johnson. That is one of the messages. Collective, the Mystic. I like this card. Like a big eyeball here. Almost looks like a planchette, but and with a butterfly or a moth. I'm not sure if those are like pearls, but there's 2 pearls. They are separated. And well, there's also 2 eyeballs. So one above and one below. So the Mystic, the Seeker, the Lightworker, the Dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or lighthearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation in order to save the earth from darkness. Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. Wow, so that really, for me, that really resonates with all the other cards. They kind of all go together, like uncovering shadows here and bringing them to light, and maybe integrating. As I said in the DFs, or in the DMs video earlier, we can send like healing energy to any part of us that we need to integrate or take a look at, and maybe like take it easy on ourselves. It says, if it may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Like any light worker, the mystic must build a relationship with fire. This begins by awakening the inner flame within. It says, when light, remover of darkness, visionary and ageless. When dark, expects results, seeks attention and recognition. It says, go deeper. Zen koans, poetry, Murakami novels. So let me know if that resonates below. I think it really is working on any shadow aspects that we may have left, working on that and transmuting it to light. So like any expectations that we might have on, I don't know, outcomes, or like, let's say the old paradigms, and I said this in the last video as well, but where we may have expectations in life, and even people around us may have, you know, certain expectations that they have of us as well. Here in the US, like the American dream, you're supposed to get married, you know, get a house, have a family, that kind of stuff. That's might be old programming for us now at this point. Some of those things may still be lingering around. So let's see, last one, the empty room. Let's see what this says. The empty room, the vortex, the abyss, the nothing. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something. Anything we too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness. Be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. I can't really add anything else to that. I mean, if it's not obvious at this point, that you should be grateful for, you know, things that we have now, and maybe let go of the expectations. A day of silence is a surefire way to harness the power of the empty room. You know how monks take vows of silence? I think that's like an amazing feat. But I think it is very important for us to allow ourselves time to just be, so that we can take a step back and kind of go through our thoughts and kind of organize and look back and like regroup on how we should move forward in life. The archetype of the empty room is also portrayed as the hungry ghost, always feeding and never satiated. So if you feel like that's you, yeah, just take heed and use this energy of this full moon now to maybe do some kind of ritual if you need to let go of some things, some attachments. Write out some positive journaling or something like that. It says, when light, spaciousness, potential, and possibility. When it's dark, addiction, insatiability, more for more's sake. Go deeper. John Cage's 4 and 33. That's a book, I guess. So yeah, I think that is pretty good. I love the archetypes because, well, both her tarot, everything's so well written, and there's not really a need to add too much to it. It really does touch beautifully on the aspects of the cards. So I'm going to finish up with the Rumi cards, the two that we pulled here. And we're going to go with this one first. And it says, a blessing of Al-Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Al-Hakim is wisdom, soul medicine. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in the assurance that your daily application and effort are enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is now soothed. Divine healing can occur most readily in the unknowing yet trusting spaciousness of your open heart. That's beautifully put. I think that goes so well with the rest of the cards here. The other one kind of looks like a woman, kind of. Not sure. And then a galaxy. It says, resplendent with grace. My soul brightens in the darkness when I speak your name. You may wonder if you can attain the next stage of growth. You are already well equipped to do so. No matter what you might believe about the situation, circumstances, others involved, or even yourself, your soul possesses more than enough grace to see you through anything you are bold enough to envision, and any vision that life has bestowed upon you. That's really amazing. I think that's so beautiful. So, like, again, just reiterating, getting through this darkness here and turning that into our light to bring it all down here to heaven, guys. Let me know if that resonated. Happy full moon. Have a great week, everybody.